Now students, in this video I am going to discuss the question and answers of unit 3, that is values in the data types for the class 10th. First question, what is meant by data type? Name two types of data type. Let me read the answer first. Data types are used to identify the type or the nature of the data a memory location can hold and the associated operations of handling it. Two types of data or data types are of two types. First is primitive data type, second is non-primitive data type or the reference data type. Now let me explain. When you look at this term data type, so it can be further broken into two words, data and the type. Type simply means nature, and the data, we all know that raw collection of raw facts and figure is called data. So data type is all about the nature or the type of the data, and ultimately data is stored into a variable or into a constant, and ultimately the variable and constants are what? They are the named memory location. Means ultimately data will be stored in the memory location, right? And depending upon the data type, different operations can be performed upon the data. Like if there are numbers, so arithmetic operation can be performed. If we have got Boolean literals, then logical operations can be performed. So like that. Now data types are of two types: primitive in the category of under the category of primitive data type. We have got integer family. It consists of int, short, byte, and long, and very frequently we use long and int, and there are two data types for the floating points, that is float and double, one data type for the character, that is char, one data type for the boolean, that is boolean, name is boolean itself. And all these primitive data types will be written in small letters, remember that. Second is non-primitive data type or the reference data type. So here in this one we have got array and the class. Class everybody is aware of. Whenever you write a Java program, you always design a class. And array, when it comes to array, so I just want to give you a brief introduction that whenever you write public static void main, in the bracket you write string args square bracket, so that args with the square bracket is nothing but the array of type string. One more thing, students, that string is a data type, but what type of data type it is? It is a non-primitive data type, right? Because it is a class. So string is a class, so it comes under the category of non-primitive or the reference data type. Question number 2, why is it necessary to define data types in the Java programming? Closer to the previous answer, data type determines what type of data a variable can hold. Second, data types tell Java how much memory it should reserve for storing the value. Because it's a very important thing that whenever we declare a variable or a constant, so depending upon the type, it is determined that how much memory this particular variable or a constant is going to occupy. For example, for every character in Java, 2 bytes are reserved because Java uses the Unicode character set. Now, third, data types also help in preventing errors, as the compiler can check and display errors, if any, at compile time itself. Means if I have got a variable of double type and I am assigning a string to it, so automatically that error will be raised over there because there is a mismatch of the type of data and the variable's data type. All right. After that, question number 3, define the following with an example. A variable. A variable is a named memory location. Variable name is given by the programmer. Variable stores the value of a particular data type. This name of the variable is used in the program to refer to the stored value. Value of a variable can be changed, that is, it may vary during the program execution, and that is why it is called a variable. Example is int marks equal to 100 semicolon. So let me clarify and explain this to you students. Variable which may vary, we all know that variable is a kind of container to store the data. But what is important for a variable? The very first thing, that what is the data type of that variable. All right, because it can store only of that particular type value. All right. and every variable has got a name, and name is given by the what? Programmer, whoever writes the program, right? So it is a named memory location, because ultimately we are giving a name to a memory location, so variable is a named memory location, and it stores a value of a particular data type. And the most important thing about the variable is that the value of the variable can be changed during the program execution. Suppose I've got a variable x of data type int, and it has got the value 10. After 2-3 lines, I assign the value 15 to variable x. So that is well accepted. Why? Because it's a variable. That's why I have written at the end vary dash able. So just to clarify that what is the sense of variable, which may vary. Uh, Example is there, data type int, variable name is marks, it's being initialized with the value 100, and statement is terminated by a semicolon. Now after that, definition of constant. Constant is a named memory location. Name is given by the programmer. It stores the value of a specific data type. Constant is a named memory location. Same thing like a variable. Here also it's a named memory location. Name is given by the programmer. It stores the value of a specific data type. Now where is the difference? Difference is, first thing, that we are talking about the constant. Second, and the most important thing, is that the value of a constant cannot be changed during the program execution. So in the variable, the value can be changed during the program execution. In the constant, the value cannot be changed during the program execution. The keyword final before a variable declaration makes it a constant. One more thing, that whenever we put keyword final before the declaration of any variable, automatically it becomes constant, and after that its value cannot be changed during the program execution. So example is there in front of you, that one variable name is days, its data type is int, and the one keyword I have used just to make it constant, that is final. So final int days, assignment operator 7. So value 7 has been given to the constant called days, and the statement is terminated by a semicolon. After that, Boolean data type. A Boolean data type is used to store one of the two Boolean values, true or false. The size of the Boolean data type is 8 bits or 1 byte. Example, Boolean test equal to true semicolon. So let me tell you that Boolean is a very unique data type in that sense, because only two Boolean literals are available in this data type. One is true or the other is false. Remember, whenever you give the Boolean literal or assign Boolean literal to any Boolean variable, these literals must be in small letters. You can see in this example also true is written in small letters, because Java is case sensitive. Same for the false as well. And never use single quote or the double quotes with either true or false Boolean literal. Always remember that, because they are not a string, they are Boolean literals. After that, we have got cursion. In a mixed type of expression, the process of promoting a data type into its highermost data type available in the expression without any intervention by the user is known as the cursion. So mixed type of expression means in an expression when different type of data is available, int, double, float, long. So it is called mixed type of expression. What happens here, because ultimately the result will be 1. Now what will be the data type of the final result? So final results data type will depend upon the which value is of the highest type, right? Without any intervention by the user, never intervene into it, automatically it is done in the background. So here an example, one variable b is of byte type, its value is 42. The other variable is of int type, that is I, value is 5000, and the result is stored in the variable result, which is of double type, and the expression is b plus I terminated by a semicolon. So here addition of integer and the byte is being done, and the final result is going to be assigned to result, its data type is double, right? So b and I, the sum of b and I will be promoted to the higher type, that is double. All right, so that is what we call cursion. Without users intervention it's being done, and that is also known as implicit type casting. Alright. After that, primitive data type. Primitive data types are the basic or fundamental data types used to declare a variable. Examples of primitive data types in Java are byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and boolean. Only these many primitive data types are there. One more thing I want to specify here, that here it is written that fundamental data types used to declare a variable. So these primitive data types can be used to declare a constant as well. So you can write with the variable and the constant. So answer will be primitive data types are the basic or fundamental data types used to declare a variable or a constant. Alright, and this is the list of the data type which is given here. After that, non-primitive data types, they are also known as the reference data types. A non-primitive data type is the one which is derived from the primitive data types. A number of primitive data types are used together to represent a non-primitive data type. Examples of these data types are class and array. After that, question number 4, what is token? Name different types of token. Students, in your body, if I ask you which is the smallest unit, you will say cell. So similarly, the smallest individual unit of a Java program is also called token. The different types of tokens in Java are identifiers, literals, operators, separators, keywords. After that, question number 5, explain the term typecasting. Answer the process of converting one predefined type of data into another data type is called typecasting. It's very simple. Suppose the data is of int type, I want to make it double type. So the process which will be performed for converting one type of data to the other, it will be called typecasting. Now, question number 6, assign the following to a variable with suitable data type. So m equal to 22 upon 7. So you can see fraction is there, but numerator is integer, denominator is also integer. So answer or the value which will go into the m, that will be 0. Why? Because it will have only the whole number, not the fractional part. Here it will be 3 because the result is 3.14. So 14 will not be included. So if you want a complete value, so first make m double type and then you write 22.0 divided by 7.0. So that is the correct way. Now next is p equal to 1.4142135. Reading it again, p equal to 1.4142135, value of a square root of 2. How to assign it to a variable p? First you declare it as double, so double p equals to 1.4142135, and please terminate it with a semicolon. Then c, k equal to 0.00004545. So you'll write double k equal to 0.00004545, semicolon. Double is very much required. Then n equal to 24.50. So you can have it in the double also, you can have it in a float. So here I have taken float, so I'll write float n equal to 24.50, and small f is there because for the float literal, small f is always suffixed at the end of the float literal. That's important. Then it's over now. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you.